everyone, and welcome back to Adorabuild. And for those of you who are new, my name is Ruth and my little dog is called Pucky. And in today's video we are going to be going through and having a look at my mock update, modified builds update, something along those lines. Now the good news is that since my last mock update, which I think was April last year, I have been able to complete 2 of those mocks, and I do have videos on both of those. So they were Princess Jasmine's Tower and Snow White's Cottage. So feel free to go and check out those videos if you are interested in seeing those mocks. But that has meant that I do still have Arendelle Castle to complete, as well as Belle's Castle from Beauty and the Beast, and you can see that those 2 mocks are still kind of in front of me. I have also added 2 more mocks to this video, which is a modified build of the Heart Lake City School, as well as a new shop mock that I have been working on behind the scenes for a little while. So before I start rambling for too much longer, let's go and have a look at each of these 4 modified mock builds in more detail. Okay, so here we have the Beauty and the Beast castle so far. It has been transformed into these like little modules, which is kind of based on the most recent Beauty and the Beast castle that we got, where we could actually sort of rearrange some of the parts. I think what I need to do next with this castle is actually come up and confirm a layout and then actually start working on how this is going to look, because there are things like we do have both the towers here that have the rose in the glass jar. We've got 2 different versions of the stained glass window. Obviously we only have sort of like one area where Belle and the Beast dance. They do their waltz. So yeah, I think that the next step for this build, this mock, is to confirm a layout and then actually start to work on putting these modules together. Again, I think that the layout also needs to be confirmed as far as the interior is concerned too. Okay, so here is my high school mock, and you can see from the front it doesn't really look all that much different. I think that this has such a beautiful looking exterior. I didn't want to mess with that at all, but what I have done is enclosed it in. And I have realised that there's a few like missing 1x1 bricks around the back here, but the rest of it is all sort of done as far as the 2 stories are concerned. Ultimately, I would like to add in a 3rd story. So again, that's just going to be extending in an extra level in here. I've sort of started to map out that extra floor with some of the bricks that I actually already have. The other thing that is going to happen with this mock is that I am going to actually change it from a high school into a library. We did have a little bit of a chat about that in one of my live streams, and that was the consensus of the people that were in the chat. So of course that's going to mean a little bit of modification with the interiors, although I think that the bathroom is still going to be fine, and then I might even also keep a cafe downstairs at the library as well. I think that would be kind of cool. So not too much more to go with this aside from building a whole extra floor in here and potentially finding like a nice sticker or something on here that does say library as well. Okay, so here is another new mock that you guys haven't seen before, and essentially it's made up of 2 parts. The downstairs area is a music shop, which is actually based on one of the recommended builds that we got from the Friends Build box. I just thought that that build was really cool with the black walls and the rainbow trans pieces and the little neon coral sign. The first floor of this build is then a jewellery shop, which is actually based around a very, very small side building build that we got with one of the Lego Movie Batman sets. And I really love the Catwoman diamond sign on here and the awnings, and then I just sort of expanded that build out with a lot more purple. I do really like the domed roof as well, so that's using some of the trans clear pieces up here as like a little bit of a skylight. I think I'll probably do a little bit more something fancy up here as well. There are a few things that I want to change. I think that the downstairs build, while I really like it, does probably need some way to allow more light into the building. So I think that I will probably change out some of these black pieces, potentially with some more rainbow trans pieces as well. And then the other thing is that as much as I love this purple gradient for the jewellery shop, I think that it's too stripy. So I think that there probably does need to be a little bit more work done with the brickwork. And then I'm also kind of happy with the windows upstairs as well, but I think that they also need a little bit more work to them as well. So I will probably just try and update these windows somehow or another too. So by and large, I think that the first draft is looking pretty good for this mock, but it still needs a little bit more work. So hopefully I will be able to provide an update on that when I am able to finish working on this a little bit more. Okay, so here we have Arendelle Castle, which I am really super pleased with. So with this mock, basically the exterior is more or less finished. There are a few things that do need to be fixed up around the back. So obviously I am missing a pane of glass here. I might just have a look and see if I can fix up some of these little bits here. I'm not super happy with how that looks. And then I also need some more printed tiles to go over the windows here. Obviously some flowers in the flower bed as well. The other thing that I might do, although I might not, is change out these bricks to the masonry bricks as well. But we'll see. This is on the back, so I'm not super fussed about how that's going to look. So essentially what does need to be finished off, aside from those small factors with the exterior, are the three interiors. So essentially we will have a downstairs area, which is just sort of going to be sort of a general castle looking downstairs. Then we have Elsa's bedroom with the balcony, and then we have Anna's bedroom up the top. The reason why I put the bedrooms around that way is because I think that the colour palette for the pale minty green is going to work better with Elsa, and the lavender is going to work better with Anna. So hopefully you have enjoyed seeing my mock progress on each of these builds. Well, progress on two of them and a reveal on the other two. As always, feel free to do all those wonderful YouTubey things. The likes, the shares, the subscribes and the comments really does help out my channel if that's something that you'd enjoy. Of course, it's going to make me happy. And until my next video or my next live stream, please take care of yourselves and bye-bye!